as they're coming out of university, let's say, they would see a need that exists in PEI, and then instead of trying to get a job, to create their own job and to become an entrepreneur and to fix that need.
That's great, and care about the environment, which is
Yeah.
another thing that's good for the long term. Great.
Next,
Lower prices on houses.
ooh. So if it costs less money to live on Prince Edward Island, then more people would come here.
And you know, that should already be an advantage. I think we should put it on. And that's one way to be thinking about this too, is what are some of our current advantages or ways that we have something that be attractive, low.
Lower living expenses.
Yeah.
Personally, why would you, what should be in Summerside to keep you here? You can look at it that way too, because the whole idea is to keep youth on PEI, but also if they leave Prince Edward Island to go to university or college, post-secondary, what would get you back to the island? So if you go to get your education, and you go to Halifax, you go to Edmonton, and you graduate, you get your diploma, and then you want to become employed, or you want to start your own business, what would get you back to PEI in order to do that? That's what we're looking for. And lower living expenses, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and it's also something that we could be promoting more than we may at the moment. So who else has an idea? Great. That's a good one. Or electric cars. Sure, that'll be an advantage. Was that good for the environment too? Summerside's got the initiative on that. Right? Anyone else? Stop and get a drink to me.
Yeah, you see them a lot in other cities with dogs and water distributors there. Dogs can have a drink or
Great.
These are all going to again, youth creating their own jobs as well, right? So they're creating-
Quality of life.
Yeah.
It's a big part
any
of
other
it.
suggestions? I've got one that's a little different, and it's relationships. And what I mean by that is family, friends, your parents. So you live in PEI right now, you live in Summerside, and you have all these great friends, and your family are here. And when you move away, let's say to go to school, if I was the province or if I was a business, I would want to try and keep you connected. So keep you connected to your family, keep you connected to your friends. So when your education is completed, you're going to want to come back and then get back to those relationships. And as a Boys and Girls Club, we can help there because for the ages of 4 to, let's say, 18, many children and youth are going to belong to the club. What we need to do is to keep you belonging to the club while you're away. So maybe using social media or your Facebook or some type of way to keep you connected to the Boys and Girls Club, keep you connected to the province while you're gone, keep those roots planted. If you look at the back of your shirts, it's all little roots in the logo.
Great.
Keep those roots planted so when your education is completed, you want to come back here. And then start families and grow that population. Yeah, there you go.
There you go with the roots. That's fantastic. You're pretty sharp to get that turned around so fast.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't see any of that. Look at that. That's like magic. That's great.
So we've got starting your own businesses, we've got relationships, we've got lower living costs. What else can Prince Edward Island do to, pardon me? More roads fixed,
Roads,
yeah.
yes, we've been doing that a long time, and it's to stay at it. Great. Or just infrastructure overall, that's a good one, really. Well, how about the internet? How's it working for you? Good. Great.
Free phone calls because if some people don't have enough money to buy minutes add to what Madeline said, we should fix like, there's some roads that are like repaved a lot of times.
Yes?
And I know there's a couple roads just farther away from those that are really bad that need to get fixed too.
I think they're getting there.
We're at this summer.
Yeah.
But then in case it's a continuous process. Because part of it is, you know, the comes with the territory. We have a base under our roads that is not as kind of long-term as is the case if when you go to New Brunswick or Nova Scotia. And that's so everything you do depends on what you start out with. And some things are good and some things you have to keep working on.
I also have better jobs for youth and more paid jobs for people who don't get paid a lot for the jobs. That's only, those are the couple jobs people could get. The jobs that are like paid more, that are less paid.
That's an amazing point. You're not just paid more, but jobs that are available. So if you come out of a degree in a certain field or trade, and you need those jobs available to come to PEI in order to work, or you're going to go somewhere else. So we need probably job diversity. That's a pretty good point.
That is, yeah, that's that money.
Maybe something else too, that if you can get assistance or help in order, it's easy to say, okay, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, or I'm going to move back to PEI and I'm going to start my own business. But if PEI had some support systems or incentives that could help you start your own business easier than other provinces, then you're probably going to come back here. So maybe some type of entrepreneurship, startup grants that might already exist, but marketing them so you know what's out there to get funded.
I had a lot. Cheaper air traveling, because some people, including me, have relatives that live farther away. Sometimes you don't get to see them, and they could pass away before you ever get to see them. So cheaper air traveling would mean you see your family more often, or they could come here and you could visit them. And that can also go with Logan's point, which they can travel here with cheaper air traveling and get cheaper houses.
Excellent.
More flowers, because bees and
Great.
gardens, not flowers.
Yes, you could always use more.
Yeah.
Some people do a real good job of that.
Yeah.
Amazing. This time of year, you start looking in and see what people are doing in their gardens, but that matters. That's a good one.
More community projects for like cleaning up litter and like helping the environment too.
Right, you always see with the environment. That's excellent.
You guys are almost coming up with your own entrepreneurial endeavors. Maybe you can start planting more flowers and have a bee business, since there's a demand for bees.
Yeah, there's a couple people at my school who are trying to save the bees at our school, but we couldn't get permission to plant any flowers on the property.
There's gonna be some other places, and that's that you never give up, never quit. There'll be places to plant flowers.
My backyard.
There you go.
Are you a gardener?
Yeah, I have like a bunch of gardens.
Great.
Oh, my mom was planning on making a garden, but we've never gotten to it. We have a couple flowers, but they haven't been surviving.
Get Logan over. Give him a job.
I have a whole field that we can use.
Nice.
And it used to be a garden.
Great.
Do you guys know what the word opportunity means? Any guesses? Yes?
A chance to do something that you don't already do.
Excellent. That's
It's on
perfect.
purpose.
And that's what we need to do is, for the province, we need to provide opportunities for youth. And if the opportunities are here, then you're gonna come to the province and you're gonna stay here and you're gonna either become employed or you're gonna start your own businesses, have families, and grow that population and stay in the beautiful island. But youth need opportunity in order to stay here.
This is great. That's good ideas and the right spirit too.
Then you're the third group, and I must say the second group was totally different from the first group. And we're awfully curious to know what you think it's going to, what kind of jobs you're going to be looking at when you're 22. Or maybe you're going to go on to university or take training or, but we're looking at 2026. What's it going to be like 10 years out? What changes do you see coming? Start raining.
Okay, no pressure, but start writing. He's got an idea. Okay. Doodler.
Dude, please explain that.
Yes. Is this part of your business idea? You just doodle?
All right.
I love my white paper.
So what's everybody's business idea? Did you want to start?
It's a vegan bakery.
A vegan bakery. Okay. Wonderful.
We want to see what Glow in Dark Soccer be like in 2026.
Glow in Dark baseball.
So glow in the dark sports, you're gonna wide range it. So what glow in the dark sports gonna be like in 2026?
You hit the ball.
You gotta talk up, bud, so everybody can
Hit the
hear.
ball, kick the ball, or whatever you do to the ball. It kind of just moves and shows where it's going. If you're asking, kind of just like showing what it is.
So what are you going to wear? Is everyone going to have a different, how would you determine who's on what team and who's on the other team?
Two different colors.
One team's like purple, the other's like pink.
And would you have that glowing as well, so that people know who's on which team? Same with the net?
What about the field? How will they know where to kick the ball out of bounds and stuff like that?
The lines will be glowing.
So let me tell you what technology's out there right now. Right now they have tracking devices on hockey players. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, Alice, but they track NHL players. So they have a chip on them, so they know how fast they're going, when they're moving at different speeds during a game, how much energy they're being exerted. All that's starting to come into sports. So in 2026, think of what it's going to be like. Every movement's going to be calculated, and they're going to, the strain that it puts on their body and their legs. They're going to know when they give them rests. They're going to know. It's going to be down. The REC science going into sports now, and science, medicine, things like that. So 2026, athletes are going to be. They're almost going to make them robots. Like it's gonna be, you gotta think, and when you see a lot of the movies that project 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, it's robots playing these things. Well, they're making athletes in the robots now.
When you say a chip, that's not actually, sort of just something like
It's something they wear, they have it on their body.
On their body.
It
Yeah.
tracks their
Tracks
movements.
all the,
So they know how fast they're going during the game.
yes.
They can rate out the speed. Like so, yeah.
If they're over certain results, if they're not.
If they're not.
Rest or- yeah.
So in 10 years, when we're gonna watch a hockey game, it's gonna, and we're gonna be, this is what I envision, you guys let me know what you think of this, is that we're gonna sit at home, we're gonna have our computer, we're gonna have a tracking on each individual player, and then they're gonna start showing how fast they're going, what they're doing, what movements, all their moves, and we'll be able to watch them on the screen and track all their movements on the computer. And say, oh, there goes Crosby. Man, he's clocked at 32 kilometers an hour this shit. He's breaking down the wing. All of a sudden, they see a guy come run down. Oh, Ovechkin's going 35 to catch him.
Wow.
They'll track them.
That's not a little.
You'll be able to tell when they're on the ice, when they need to get off the ice.
Okay, all of a sudden they're near exhaustion or they've already at their capacity and they need to.
Alex, what do you think of that?
Well, I can see that coming, but there's a bigger picture there.
Yeah.
We will all be more closely monitored as to our own health situation. How is our heart working? How is our brain function? Is the hearing, leg muscles and so on. Right now they've got machines that can kind of tell you how your brain is working or why it's not working. So that's a whole field of technology that is waiting for discovery and invention. But we, I'm sure, will be equipped with, well, we'll be wearing these little watches which gives us total access to the internet and watch our movies and so on, and communications will be right here. But we can probably be able to monitor the health of our own health as well.
Stop heart attacks before they happen. You know, there'll be sensors go off to let you know that you need to slow down right here. A lot of heart attacks happen. You know, heat exhaustion. They get hot and heat exhaustion. All of a sudden, it's too much on the heart, and if somebody has a condition that could cause a heart attack. So what Alice is talking about is that they're going to be monitored. Everybody's going to have monitors, and whenever the temperature of your body maybe starts to get to an increase that's dangerous, it'll tell you need to cool down, you need to stop what you're doing, you need to take a drink of water.
So what do we put on the board here? What is that?
Lifesaver technology.
Pardon me?
Lifesaver technology.
Personal and life-saving technology. Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
What's that?
Sorry, Avery, say that again.
I have watches that can tell you how many steps you've taken
Yep.
and your heart rate and how you
Yes.
Yep.
See, those are all little pieces of what's coming along. And right now you can buy a car, and if you go over the line, it'll beep to tell you.
Yep.
Well, that's just one piece of a bigger picture they're looking at, where they're designing and now they're testing cars that drive themselves.
That's right.
Yeah, because I know those cars have backups on them now, where the car backs itself into spots.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Small garbage can. Hit a
Yeah, it's
button,
going
it's big.
through.
Then you hit it, button, and it goes small.
I know, it's
Today, how are you?
nice.
We meet again.
Is that out there?
So ours is the steps to becoming an entrepreneur in 2026. So what do you think are some of the things that we need to do to prepare to be an entrepreneur in
So,
2026?
what company might buy something like that?
have more training.
Have more training? Okay, training.
The garbage can, what
Better
kind of
education, so
company?
that's something you can do right now in your education, right?
Okay, so maybe the dump would buy it, so what might they do with it?
Or education, like just to be.
Yeah, but more than that, they probably have to try to figure out a way to do it. Because you want to find it.
You guys know the definition
Really,
of entrepreneur?
it turns, so you might turn it into something.
You know the definition?
No.
An entrepreneur,
It combusts it.
I'll take a crack
So
at
it
it.
burns it down.
I don't think you can
And
be
it
wrong.
creates heat, so it's
I
actually also.
consider myself to be an
warm.
entrepreneur.
So you might
And I
use
don't
these in the winter
deal
time, it's real.
directly with
Cold
customers,
outside.
but Mona does.
When you put
I
your
think an
trash in, it
entrepreneur
warms up.
is anybody that
And then it
is
comes
out
down
there
to
trying to
the
establish a customer base and serve their needs.
Just like you take the big logs.
Everybody's got
Fire
needs.
truck,
Yeah.
If you went to Samuel's, you know, you want a coffee and a nice sandwich, and we call it ambiance there. And it's Mona's job to deliver that as an entrepreneur. My job,
Yeah,
if you wanted to get your driveway done, I've got to have, the machinery and believe like a lot of dedicated staff. Working in the hot and the cold and the snow and the water to go ahead and give you a good driveway. So it's, no,
It's different for everybody, and it's, but I think basically it's about finding the need and wanting to be the person that creates and creates a vision to fill that need. And not wait for someone else to do it, right? So you're usually an
so what kind of company might buy
good
this?
question.
Yeah,
That's a,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'll bet you there was a lot of people wanting to maybe the same thing
yeah.
and, you know, little pin.
And what might they do with
So,
it?
when you talk to, knowledge, gaining knowledge.
Yeah, but
just-
other
just
sounds, how might they
Yeah.
change it or turn it into something?
So
even
question,
better?
meeting different people, you know, and not being scared to ask. Tough question. In case somebody takes
Right,
Ryan
so
laughs
does that
at
make
you.
sense?
Yeah.
So you get them at different times of the year, you
Change
get
the
holiday
start
settings,
meeting
or
around
summer
or
settings, or winter.
So what are we gonna do? Now that we know what an entrepreneur can do, do you have any idea what it is?
Change the colors and that from
8-10 years from
season
now?
of the year.
Not really.
No, do you have a few ideas?
Okay, that's cool.
Joe?
What's your idea? Hoverboard.
You wanna own your own business?
Do you know what that business might look like? You just know you want to do that. What do you think it's about you that makes you want to do that?
It's easy. Not that easy.
Yeah,
I need a lot of people.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So there's no wheels, it's a hoverboard, and how big is
What
it?
do you want to do?
I'd
Really
like
small.
a job where I could work
Okay.
with him machinery.
And
Have
what do you do
machinery.
with these?
Well, put in a resume.
You haven't given up hope on that, have you? But like where you don't know what you wanna do, and maybe you do,
Train.
and you don't, and you do.
Trade,
When
okay.
I
So
was
it's a
a kid,
collectible.
I wanted to be a vet. I wanted to be a
And you
veterinarian.
have different types of,
And I ended up starting off that process,
okay, that's cool.
and I changed. I was evaluating a lot of
A
things,
little
and the next thing
small
you knew, I was in
collectible
business
things,
school.
There's different types of.
How do you go from being a veterinarian to being in business school? So it's okay not to know,
Yeah.
and it's okay to think you know, but it's
So
okay
what
to
kind of
change.
company might get interested in that?
And then so if you want to be, you want to work with heavy equipment,
What might they do to
what
it?
are you going to do to be a good entrepreneur?
Well, maybe start my own business that works with heavy machinery.
Okay?
Start small and then make eventually.
What else
work
might
your
they
way
do?
up.
How could you start small?
You start with maybe 1 or 2 machines and then like this very small scale, like
Sure.
say like putting in dirt and draw like landscape things. And then eventually make your way up the scale. So maybe you eventually get to by anywhere.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
You see all these little, some people use a push mower and cut the neighbor's grass,
Yeah.
you know, and then they get a little bit
Maybe you
bigger
can
and
use
extra
your phone
and
and maybe
right on
go
track.
around in different places.
And maybe, you hire him to work
Or
with
they
you.
can make tricks.
You're gonna
Make
do-
a-
Or if it's your idea, you're gonna make you push the lawnmower, you're gonna drive the tractor, right? So, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Start off small. There you go. Depends how good an employee.
Okay. That's cool. What's your idea?
Once you get so big, I've got people back in my office that are, doing the books, feeding the information, giving the information to customers,
Water.
sending their bills, paying bills, and
Tell me
someone
how
has
that
to
works.
organize all that. And then everybody else does
So you can
it.
start doing it. Okay.
Based on that, what are some of the things you may want to have a hand in? One probably has a hand in.
Who might wanna buy
writing checks
this?
and
What kind of
so
company
getting
would buy
more
this?
knowledge and education. I strongly urge that if you ever had the opportunity to take a business course, no matter what you're going to do.
What if like a software
You'll
company bought
use
it?
and,
Yeah, whether you use it this way or whether you kind of use it this
If
way.
a software company bought it,
If
it's
you get a
very
chance to
company,
take
what would they
business
do?
course, in high school or whatnot, don't shy away from it, because anything you use, you basically.
Maybe add flavors to it?
no matter what, now, there's things in my business that
Yeah,
I don't do
flavors.
anymore, but at the beginning, I had to learn how to do everything, how to operate the dishwasher, how
Okay,
to
so
operate the
something
cash
for
register,
animals?
because I can't teach anyone else those
So,
things,
pet
I
food
don't know
company
myself,
or
or I
pet
can't
company?
understand how it works. And I used to work in restaurants from the age I was 12, and that was one of my boss
Okay,
said,
what's your idea?
he will do everything in that restaurant that he would ask anybody else to do, so that he can show them
Environmentally
how.
friendly cars.
And that's what, so I'm always trying to learn. So if something new comes in and I have to show the new staff how to do it, I have to learn how to do it first. So I don't rely on someone else, and then if something happens to that person, guess who's making soup?
Okay.
It's me.
How's that work?
And then I can do that.
Oh, it's really just a car that won't pollute air and it doesn't have like oils.
I like the idea of being
Like
my
how
own
small
boss,
cars they use gas.
being my own, owning my own business.
Gas so
But,
they can run.
depending on the
These would
size,
be
normally,
solar powered, battery
you
powered.
need other good
things
people
like
around
that.
you. Business is largely, yes, your customers, but who looks at your customers is your staff.
Okay. So
Training.
who might buy something like this?
Woman probably, if she's not trained
I
in
know,
direction,
but what kind of
letting
company?
other people that she's trained, train her
Probably
staff.
all of the companies have like.
You have to watch them push the lawnmower there first. Let them push it for the first 55 minutes, and then you can push it for the type of school, what we want to do between now and the next 10 years, if Garrett shows up to becoming a good entrepreneur.
To make it better, they could change different colors, they could choose solar powered, better.
Get a little taste of this and that, if you think that you might want to do something. You know, if you think you want to be a gym teacher, you have like a program like this.
We're gonna have more problems than just that.
Maybe push it, start small and get into the lawn business. You think you might want to own a restaurant someday, talk to Mona about, your busing tables or washing dishes in the back. You can always learn a lot of stuff. She says she's
Well, a
the
lot of what I do
expert.
today, I go back to when I was 13 and 14 and all those jobs I did. The tools that I'm utilizing today are all of those things, the things that worked and the things that didn't work. And like we said, asking a lot of questions, and even the people that spoke to you today, you might not make sense to you today, but someone will be like, I remember he said that, or she said that, and you'll utilize that. And see and you draw and just continue to learn and build that skill set.
So if you have an idea, what about asking questions of people that, where that gym teacher, or have that business, or what you did last year. Ask questions of people that are kind of in a position where you think you might want to do it, and then you can evaluate it.
You said you wanted to be a vet, and I thought I wanted to be a physiotherapist, so I asked her, wrote a letter to ask if I could volunteer in a physiotherapy clinic. And after I did that for a while, I decided I didn't want to do that, but at least I found out before I spent the money on the education to find out, right? So, and they were more than happy to bring me in for a couple of days, and there are people out there that would be happy to do that and to talk with you about it.
Or even volunteer, volunteer.
Yeah.
That's what we're kind of doing here today is we're volunteering. You see all kinds of volunteers around the club.
If I ever decided that I kind of wanted to try this, or if I wanted to
You observe to get the opportunity to ask questions, gain knowledge.
Even if you choose, well, volunteer work is great to do anyway, but you choose the areas that you're interested in. Because sometimes we think we're interested in something until we really experience it. Maybe it opens the door to something we never even thought about. We thought we wanted to go in this path, and then we thought, oh, I really like this. And then we go in a different direction. So.
I think that's just it. I got the.
And I know money.
The other one is
So how long, when did this program start? Last year. So you've been in it?
Me and Ryan have been in it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And Desiree.
And
Thanks. Yeah. And you like it?
I forgot you.
Yeah. And have you got new ideas since you started it? Yeah. Yeah.
When I first growing up, I always thought I wanted to be a paramedic. I wanted to be rich business. Last year, kind of made me think maybe I'm more so just want to work for the machine.
Hey guys, you guys went over
What do
here.
you like about having machinery so much?
It's always fascinating.
How's the conversations going?
Always interesting.
Oh, I know.
Good?
Yeah.
So are you guys almost ready to switch?
I think so.
So, it's nice to meet you all. Yeah. So see you coming down a big tractor one day, I'll look out for you.
Okay, here's your question. What's going to be needed in 2026, which is 10 years from now, that's not here now? What do you think we're going to need? What problems do we need to solve? Yes?
Like garbage. Too much garbage on the streets.
So less garbage? We need to eliminate garbage?
Yeah, like garbage, picking up robots or something.
Eliminate garbage.
I said it was just like. Do you mean like just here or like everywhere?
Everywhere.
Like
All over the world.
All
All over the world. Yes. Yes.
Crime and bullying.
So we need to eliminate crime and bullying. I agree.
Okay. Can you think of a product?
Yeah, or a service.
System or service that would
How do we-
help do that?
How do we do this? Because this is a need but we need the idea to satisfy the need.
Cheerleading or karate. No.
Pardon me?
Oh, say it out loud.
No, just
Karate,
She said karate.
yeah.
She said
self-defense, yes.
self-defense.
Everyone or something.
Okay, so
Self-defense program.
train,
So, yeah.
Self-defense programs for kids.
I'm already in,
What do they teach you?
they tell me not to, like, it's only if someone starts to like, hurt you. And
So
Rich
you never-
Garrison on my homie on impact, he teaches me.
Discipline. Teach you discipline. Learn ways to prevent things to happen to you, right? So that takes down on crime.
did you have one?
I was gonna say, also maybe the help of pollution, I was thinking one that's quite popular, pollution as well,
So, minimize pollution.
So what kind of product system?
Well, that would be the one we might know that's quite expensive though, would probably be, instead of just maybe some electrical cars or stuff, instead of big
We've got electric cars, solar cars, we've got all that.
giant factories also,
Solar,
yeah, maybe solar factories, or instead of pumping out a whole bunch of pollution,
yeah.
they could probably lower their company to make smaller and easy to make products instead of the giants.
Cool. Great. You got any ideas?
She doesn't speak.
You quiet?
She doesn't speak English.
Don't speak English.
She learned.
She's learning, that's
Yeah,
good.
She's our senior director.
Yeah, cool. Welcome. It's nice to see you.
She comes here every day.
Cool. Cool. What is your name? Sorry?
Awesome soccer player.
I'm Bill.
She has it in the family, her two brothers, Blue Eye, Kasai, and. Oh, really? They're. Blue Eye's really good.
They're good soccer players. All right, so what else do we have? What else do we need? Go ahead, say it. Sweet dreams.
No, that was me.
But we need sweet dreams. Tell us why we need sweet dreams. Tell them what sweet dreams is. Because I think we need sweet dreams, and and you can tell us why.
Yeah. That was one of the ideas, from the other day.
Why do we need sweet dreams, Ty?
Sweet dreams is child security for the home. It makes them feel safer. What it does is say your child's having nightmares constantly.
Yeah.
You say a parent would give them a container, tell them to say their nightmares into it. Then you would bury it out in the back, and it's 100% biodegradable. And your nightmares would be gone. And I know it works for a fact because when I was younger, I had it happen to me, and I tried this, and it worked.
Great. So we need sweet dreams because kids have nightmares. We want to make them feel safe.
Yeah.
More than half the children in the world have nightmares at least once a week.
My brother has nightmares about Santa Claus.
So they can tell their nightmares to Ty's can't, and then their dreams,
I had nightmares
their
about
bad
big
dreams will go away.
And that was just weird.
It's a great idea.
Okay, any other idea? It is a good idea.
I'm scared of like physical cubes.
Another one I'd say,
I invested in it the other day.
Yeah. Bill owns 15%, Bill?
Oh, maybe 25.
Maybe 25% of Sweet Dreams. So
How much do you put into that?
$300.
We were given $300 of money that we could spend on the 9 different ideas, so I ran out of money fairly early, yes.
Another thing that could also help with this part of Sweet Dreams is also I remember the motivational speech. It was about how one of the reasons that people don't use motivational is the fear. And like you were talking about, a lot of percent of the world people have fear. And what that could happen is probably help them with the fear and also get them motivated.
Okay, so we could develop an app
There you go, Bill.
that deals with fears, right? With eliminating fear. Now that would really be a great idea.
I'm scared of the dark.
I have the fear of being, I have fear of heights.
So would you guys use an app
I'm not scared of anything else.
that would take away your fears? Ways to take away your fears. That's actually,
Great idea. Great idea. I'm not sure how you do it, but
Whiteness.
you know what? We'll try to find ways to do it.
Well, it's a problem, so you got 10 years to figure it out.
Well,
So 2026 to figure out how to develop that app.
well, like probably making the app is probably the easy part, but making the.
Do you know how to make an app?
Well, it is, if you, like, if you looked it up in the internet, something I heard, you also need permission from Apple.
Well, what if you didn't have?
No, you don't need permission from Apple.
No.
Apple is just a company that has certain technology, and then there are other, like,
Oh, yeah.
You might need permission.
I mean, put it on that company for App Store.
Would they buy,
if you sell it to Apple, you've got me.
Yeah, you're
Make-
laughing at.
Because when that is like, that feature is like, it's a pretty good product and what it does, it's something, I don't know, it's just, it's hard to explain how it works, but it works, so. And if you don't want to make a problem out of something else, just don't bother with the problem.
So there's a need. What we were talking about is the same with the lobster trap, and we were talking about what's needed. If you can create something that a lot of people need, then you're very successful, right? So if, you know, like, talk about when you're coming up with your idea, people will invest more into it. If they see, if you took something that already exists, you made it better, that's one thing. But if you come up with, we talked about, if you come up with the exact same idea that Don came up with, you know, and then you trying to go head to head with Don on everything, I mean, you know, you don't have as much features to play with. But if you come up with a need that, you know, Don come up with something, I come up with something totally different than somebody else wants, then, you know, they're gonna buy from me, and they're gonna buy Don's, buy my product, it's different, the need. But, so you wanna differentiate between Don's idea and my idea. And Sweet Dreams does that, because I don't know who else does Sweet Dreams. So he came up with an idea that nobody else thought of. So that's why it's very important to have Sweet Dreams.
You tested it, right?
On myself.
Good for you.
When I was younger, I wanted nightmares and came up with that kind of idea. I never really worked on it. I've never had a nightmare since.
All these ideas are sitting inside you guys. And you got, the key is to get it out, like Ty has and made us prototype, and we're gonna work with it all summer this year. What we're doing here today.
What's your idea?
Saturday right now, let's see what you guys do.
My idea?
Who's gonna be our writer?
Kaya. Kaya is the designated writer. Kaya. She's the only Kaya.
Well, the dark soccer. Okay, so well, the dark soccer. Do you know why you're in what we're talking about? In the dark? What makes it special?
What's it, what makes it, and what it was gonna take to
What flows in there?
what you wanna be in 2026. What do you do today and tomorrow and next year to get there?
Okay, who's gonna buy that? And what company, what kind of company is gonna buy your?
What day looks like, what is it you wanna do, and what are you gonna do to get there?
Maybe, sporting goods?
Good, very good.
Like sports tech or Source for Sports or Canadian Tire or Walmart or something like that? Okay. What might they do?
Sounds great.
What's your idea that you came up with though? You come up with a pretty neat idea. Throw it on
Okay,
board.
so,
Sports stove?
store, sorry.
Oh.
So first. So, sports store product, what might they do to make the game?
You solve the litter.
So sporting goods company buys your store, what are they gonna do? Buys your game, what are they gonna do?
Expanding garbage
Yeah.
cans, I think.
Compress
the garbage and
Make
then
it more
keep
culture.
going.
How
You
many?
always have it.
Yeah, I always have it. So look at the steps to get to that. Well,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
What do they
steps to
want?
get that.
What would they change to make it cooler?
They'd probably give better nets and better,
Yep. What makes them better?
they're higher quality. They
Yeah.
have neck easies.
What makes them better quality?
They could be nets that they use in actual soccer games instead of regular nets.
Okay, but how do they, what makes them work for glow better soccer? Glow better. They glow better? They glow better. Right? Make the equipment glow better. Glow brighter. Glow brighter. Glow better. Glow differently. What happens? happens if like, you know,
Lots of our.
what happens when you kick the ball?
What if my business sponsors
You
Hello
ready to go
Neighbors?
yet, guys?
Oh, we can all do that. You go brighter, maybe they,
What kind of ideas are going through your head for 10 years time?
Matthew has a good idea.
yep.
Let's hear it.
And his
All right, let's hear it.
bought it, then they would have a 21 potatoes at the soccer.
Roadside
That'd be
water
like a
fountain.
snack bar over on the side.
Okay.
What about, so, do you guys have different ideas on it, or different companies other than that that are selling?
Different companies.
Okay, let's, because we're gonna run out of time here.
Branson come out with that one?
Okay, is this your company or? Okay, and what does this do?
What was your idea? You had a good one too. So let's hear your idea.
Okay,
What was the idea to select Hello?
okay.
Roadside water fountain.
Shirts or something else in it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hear what Matthew has. You gave to me the other day.
Okay, so what, the company was gonna buy your company or your idea or your product, what kind of company's gonna buy it?
So we talked about in the other one that,
Walmart?
you know, when Alex was.
If Bed Bath and Beyond bought it, then they could give you better pillows to use.
Yes.
But they're
Yeah.
working on not making
And I
it
could sell them at Walmart.
You wanna sell them at Walmart? What might Walmart do to change any, are they gonna change any of this idea?
How we farm the winter. So you
To
gotta
make it-
10 years from now, they might come up with these
Yeah.
technologies
Okay, can I,
that allow us to grow tomatoes and make corn on top of it. Or how are we gonna grow, you
okay, so,
know, corn in the winter time?
Yeah.
So that we can utilize our feed, because our population's gonna grow.
Yeah.
And how we feed our population.
That's not what you
So that's what
said.
That's the.
Walmart only has one L?
2026.
Since when is that?
so they're gonna be able to
Flow it into.
improve or increase,
Steps to get to that.
Yeah. Comfortable to comfort.
who you sell it to?
Sorry?
It's not a farming job or anything.
It might be able to,
It's innovation farming, let's call it.
comfortable?
It's a good idea.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
What else might be able to do?
Okay, you first.
Yeah.
Get more people to buy it.
Appreciate everything.
Here's our amazing video, 21 potatoes. Look at all these delicious potatoes.
And then he looks at me for each one.
Okay,
21 taters.
no, we don't have time yet.
They do close all 20, so.
12:30.
Okay, 21 potatoes.
Education and wood farm.
It's 12:30. I want to break started in half an hour.
And what is 21 potatoes?
It is a potato restaurant.
Along with a little bit of a.
It's pretty awesome.
Me and Madeline actually talked to something, going around the city and setting up sort of like a recycling club.
Cavendish Farms bought that, they could buy things around the city that we could.
No, then we
We collect all the garbage around.
Cavendish Farms bought it?
Take it. Yeah.
Look at Madeline.
Say that again?
Yeah.
Cavendish Farms buying.
They could give them more potatoes.
I was the one who said that. They give them, they supply them.
Because the ozone layer of the earth is like all dying really slowly.
Yeah.
So we want to try to like.
What Walmart could buy too, and they could supply you with toppings.
What would Google do with it?
Advertise like everywhere.
Somehow away.
And if Walmart bought it, then they'd supply you with more
Take
toppings.
our recyclable here.
Or Superstore, Sobeys.
The toppings though.
They turn it into.
Yeah, you do.
I mean,
Who would be like the super advertiser?
They actually make money.
So,
Some are recycled, some are turned into other.
do you think there might be other companies that might be interested?
McDonald's.
Yeah.
And Wendy's on stickers.
Let's just go with
a
food chain, or restaurant chain.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. And you could do that with a lot of things, maybe you could sell them.
Do you think there's anything that a restaurant chain could do that might make this a better idea, or sell more, or?
Some more, make more places to
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you're gonna have more locations?
One man, one person jump to another person's treasure.
What else might it do?
That's how I want to live. I just want to go around the city, find everything that could be used.
Yeah, and that could be a neat thing when we talk about 2026, because we're producing, we found new ways of producing things cheaper, then we have more waste and more, you know, so that could be a neat business venture for you to find out how we can combat that.
Sorry, my shorthand is bad.
The pawn shop. Get the money.
Yeah. Okay, it might also increase the number of people. Anything else that somebody to a restaurant chain might do?
They roll that all out, even personally talking about that, so all that good food.
Yeah. So you can take it away.
They
figure out
could
how that could
tell more ways to,
Make sure the dumps are cheap. Yeah, where do you get it?
Right. Change the flavors.
Change the flavors? How do you change flavors in potatoes?
Why not?
It'll be pretty hard.
So what? Tell me what happens at your Old Dirty Cafe.
So what kind of
Yeah, and there will be games played.
You could have a Golden Dirty Shop in it.
Yeah, that's, yeah, games.
A roller derby track.
Yeah.
I know the words, but it's just like not popping up in my head.
And there'll probably be tournaments held. Yeah.
So it's gonna be, it's gonna be like a sports venue?
Please. Joe, so you're getting an extra half an hour.
Sorry. What else is gonna make people happy? Why do you wanna do this? So what's gonna make people come? If there's another company that wants to buy your idea, what kind of company would that be?
Sport check. Instead of helmets.
How'd you get along with that?
Emily, Sport check that supply you with rollerblades.
So a sporting goods?
You make them business.
Well, you know, I was,
And then you need a charity to hire using that term, you're
Thanks, Pam.
that room got no windows. We're gonna gather everybody and thank everybody here.
Anything else fun? What are you gonna serve?
That's it, we're gonna gather everybody up, thank everybody for coming in. I could just get, the last thing on the agenda is what we're gonna do with this thing here.
And potatoes.
Wrap things up.
You should buy 21 potatoes and sell 21 potatoes there.
So here, I'll give you a chair.
If McDonald's ever tries to buy your business, say no. I don't care.
What are you gonna do for people
The
that
answer is
may not
no.
wanna play with them?
I'll be like, how much? That was $2 billion. I'm in.
First slide. Thanks, Adam. Check for this room here. How are we doing here, guys? Okay, first of all, I want to thank, let's give a big round of applause for everybody participating. So I think it was pretty rewarding. It was a great experience for everybody involved. You guys want to have a seat so that they can see you behind you there? Thanks, Ed. There you go. So we're going to take all these ideas that the young leaders have been working with, and it's going to fuel this light bulb. So this light bulb was created, as you can see, for the innovation, the visions, the inspiration, the minds, ideas, thinking outside the box. So what takes place is as we're going along this summer, we're going to start coming up with, the young leaders have started to come up with ideas, and they just started the journey. Like the lobster trap on Monday was the start. Today's think tank was another start. then they're gonna start to venture out into different businesses like Samuel's, Kern and Briggs. So then they're gonna start to work, kind of take their ideas and start bringing them into, you know, what you guys do in your guys' jobs and things like that, in your guys' businesses. So, and then at the end of the summer, they'll have their ideas as they leave the program. And each year we're gonna do this. They're gonna bring their ideas in here. And each year, like, obviously this year is 2026, next year will be 2027, 2028. But we're gonna have these all documented and see how things go. And the young leaders, once they leave and they graduate from the program, they become alumni of the Young Leaders Program. So they'll stay connected. We'll have like Facebook pages for that they can build. We want to keep them connected and just see other paths. And then, you know, 10 years down the road, when they walk back into the Youth Engagement Center and they come over to this light bulb and they see and they pull open and they look at their suggestions with their names on it. And just to see what they thought about 10 years ago to now. So it's a great way for them to stay connected. So today was the initial day for that. So it's going to be probably something pretty special down the road. So by the end of this year, and I know it's hard to see with the lights, with the thing, this light bulb will slowly start to grow. So as we're working this summer, now I'm going to turn it on to about that speed because that's where we're at. We've done 2 events. We've got the light bulb starting to grow. By the end of the summer, that knob will be turned around completely. This will glow. We'll have all our ideas in there, and we'll send you some pictures. So that's what we're working towards. Okay? So I just want to say, I know I only asked for 2 hours of your time, and I took 2.5, but I really appreciate you guys coming in here today. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Think Tank is now adjourned.